basic, only penthouse view. Looks like some honey, got me lost in the mood. She slid in my ride. She say she like the ride. Look sexy, a model. Instagram reach.
Need you to trust me. Just go across the middle. I'm dunking with it. A timeless fundamental. Can shoot plus dribble. Every verse on sizzle. Send these bastards to the spittle. And I don't care what coast I'm on. Do my thizzle. It's just that simple. I need to be stripped for that Vito, man. Shout out to Tweezie. St. Louis, Collinsville, or something like that. So, he was like, all right, nigga, plugs don't take pictures, and I'm gonna shoot my jumper. And now what you working on? Torn in between two worlds, I want to give you the thoughts of my last 7 grams and the thoughts that come to mind when we say that. And then there's this Big Daddy character, Granddad. And he's thinking about looking that way, looking back in this evolution to where I started with my auntie's 8 tracks and 45s up in that edit. And then my music on cassette tapes, CD, and now digital. Evolution. Evolved. So working on that project, it's a conscious project. You're gonna hear songs like Make Good Memories Before You Become One. Dig, There Go Gray Hair. And, you know, what city do you fit in at night? What would you do? Who would you meet? And what do you like? What city do you fit in at night? And so evolution, time, when Charles Barkley was on top, now it's LeBron James. You know, evolution. Super evolution. 5 feet on, man.
Man, pop today. You know what I'm saying?
Speed. Hip-hop today?
Yeah, like specifically like Kendrick Lamar, the Drake situation, the Super Bowl. It's a turn. It's a turn in hip-hop or a turn back in hip-hop.
Yes, it's vicious. They're going out each other's throat this prime time. Yeah. Like hip-hop at the Super Bowl.
Man,
I want to shout out to Kendrick Lamar, man.
Yeah.
Hip-hop, man. And the gray hairs see it, you know. Shout out to Kenny. And then shout out to Drake. You can't be a great champion without a great fight.
True that.
You need. And that boy, I'm glad to be in and been in and around through it all. It's a great fight. It's like Biggie and Pop. You know, it ain't felt like that since. And got cats choosing side. Don't tell me you one of them light-skinned niggas. No. You one of them gang-banging niggas, ain't you? You know, or whatever. But I liked it. I thought they kept it classy. Nobody died. And both of them were heard. And music. Man, both of them responsible for great contributions to hip-hop. I love both of them. And I couldn't pick a say. We was drinking champs. Drake. Yeah, you know. But I really admire both of them. And they represent 2 different things. Okay. Yeah.
Talk about the little Boosie, man. He I think he representing the culture to an extent. What you think about how he's staying relevant?
I think dog is like being a little older and then watching your nephew and them and watching for somebody saying, I used to have hoes. That was and I watch my nephews and niece now, they like, all right, that's him. Hey, kid. You know, that's, you know, and it's like wild to watch that evolve. Yeah. From a dark place, the way they write it. not having a dad in North America. And to be where he is.
Representing well.
Oh my God, that's saying enough right there. As a father, a single custody father, watching that dude be that dude. It's like watching National Geographic. You won't get no closer to that, you know. So love and what Boosie is standing for. And me, I'm a church boy. I'm a preacher's kid. You know, yeah, I tell you this. You know, your nephew, you know, and I'm cool, you know, in identity. I think that's what made Nappy step out.
No doubt.
And, you know, just identity. Know who you are, the ballad of a country boy.
Yeah.
But to watch that boy brawl and go through some things and stand on his principle.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's like watching a good movie, man. Like, how does it go on? How does it morph? You know, so, man, hip-hop's everywhere. It's a lot of in and outlets. You got to know what you're looking for now. Or you'll consume what you're fed.
Yes, sir. That's
so,
real.
You know.
That's real. That's real.
It's very, very diverse. And now that she got great hair, and when I say she, hip-hop, like there's fans that like Bootsy, and then there's fans that me, like, I want to go, but ain't nobody dope but me. I'm just so, yeah, you know, that's what, shout out to the Dungeon family. And, you know, and Def Jam South and all the stuff, everybody. Yeah. But I want to go and party, daytime, to some classes, and go home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love you hip-hop. But I ain't 11 o'clock at night no more hip-hop. Yeah. You know, so I don't want to try to meet my fans at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah. No doubt, no doubt. That's a cue right there. Let's switch it a little bit because I want to not just talk about hip hop all the time. You know what I'm saying? Talk to us about the landscape of politics right now. How do you have any outlook on what's going on, or do it matter, or how you feel about it?
I think humanity is tested no matter who we are. Let's straighten it for some things that ain't working. Let's congratulate for the things that are. We live in a pretty good place. And me being world traveling, like toured out of country in third worlds and things, and to go to the USO tours, go across the Mediterranean, and go across, you know, seas in different countries. And America, we're pretty good. So proud to be that. And I just think we're going somewhere. And it's always longer going than it is coming back. You know what I mean? So, people don't change. Opinions may be swayed. I think nobody's looking for sympathy or empathy here. I think we're all looking to be understood. And then we can have our own ways. It's pro-choice. So shout out to America. Later live with it. And then the weed smoker. Hey, man.
Yeah. So before we wrap it up, man, talk to us about the projects you got coming out and any good news you got for your supporters and fans.
Shout out to Maverick Distribution, 90, 10 to the artist, 90, 10 to the power that beat. That's pretty, you know, the distribution.
Yeah. Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, shout out Universal. Some things we working on. There's some sync license things going on. As we writing my new movie, The Dispensary, and, you know, I'm in the country, we like to shorten things and call it The Re. You know, man, that nigga's at The Re, I'm going over, you know. So, yeah, so we writing The Re, and you know, in a 7-part series of what goes on in the RE. You know, credit, high tolerance, bond money, you know, sweet on who, you know, just fun, damn it, grab your belly, you know, smoke you one, like, this shit is. It's, you know, the return of kind of Martin Payne, Slam Cedric in there, you know, just weed's universal. Poverty and actuality is universal. So that's what we're trying to capture in the working day of a working man that works at the dispensary and through the eyes of that and all that they encounter. So really some fun ins and outs of it. Definitely doing that. Still writing a whole lot of scripts, following Ice Cubes, the Queen Latifahs, the, you know, all the greats. So shout out to the folks that before me. Shout out to 50 Cent, Power being, you know, all that shit. So just trying to chase the greats and do more in my day. And like I said, I'm working on evolution or evolve. How it went from, you know, a Cowboys jersey on, you ain't gonna be no bitch, you know. You know, so the Steelers became my team, you know, just some country slogans. And we just back having fun. I don't get mad at getting money. Learning that in the process of nothing's personal, it's business. And if you're going to be special, you're going to learn business. Or they'll just remember a song.
Shorty not basic, only penthouse view. Just like some honey, got me lost in the mood. She slid in my ride. She said she liked the ride.
After a cap and gown, referred to y'all as this shit. Worked a gig once or twice, got hit by that forklift. Left me crippled for life with a pill habit. Still thanking the Lord, could have been a pot to piss. With no window, with no window. Pan rapper, trapper, cab driver, committed. CS is fuck, eons from Blake Pippen. Sean was the homie, football WKU. Tez and Skinny heard the flow and they already knew. West Bowling Green, let me see my hood debut. What? Nigga, if you pop one, I pop two. When you on, they can tell. Yeah, they can tell. When you on, they can tell. They can tell. When you on, they can tell. When you on, they can tell. When you everybody wanna fuck, who you done fuck? Was the bouncer that low, or you simply what's up? Look at it how you wanna look at it, if at all sometime. Sorry, son of a bitch, just charged the mind. Scars on flesh is proof, every day ain't sunny. Would be, could be, never made honey. Talking shop at my shop, burning pot at my spot. Praying for lost souls, and they shot at the top. Strong-handed bartender, weak men under arrest. Standing there in hell, can't live nor deal with theyself. Can't preach to a choir, won't thief to acquire. Looking like a ball of certainty, silhouette of fire. When you on, they can tell. They can tell. When you on, they can tell. When you on, they can tell. When you on, they can tell. When you done suckered. Fuck 'em. Let's get back to hustling. The haters done hated. The suckers done suckered. Fuck 'em. Let's get back to hustling. The haters done hated. The suckers done suckered. Fuck 'em. Let's get back to hustling. When you own, they can tell. I ain't never seen a tiger and he had to tell me. Let that sink in. Anyway, it's 20 past 4 somewhere. Vito.